quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Stafford's Lions going up against Carr's Raiders. So with kickoff straight ahead, we'll check in with our broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Detroit Lions and the Oakland Raiders. They come up in an offset eye. Carr now on first down. Over the middle, Cooper with it. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Amari Cooper, he hasn't really had a standout performance for much in November or December. Fewer than 60 receiving yards in 6 straight games. But he's got the talent. Might be a little bit of a sleeping dragon as they approach the playoffs.
Yeah, and let's face it, he's had a lot of help this year from Michael Crabtree, who came into the league assuming the role that Amari Cooper has now, which is the #1 receiver. I think Crabtree has really found his niche as a #2 in Oakland. He takes a lot of pressure off of Cooper. Wait till playoff time. Those two together, that could be a lot of trouble for whoever they're playing.
And the play clock's running down. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Carr now to throw. Crabtree with it over the middle. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
They're going to run it with Murray. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of 1, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford on the move to his left. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Riddick with a carry. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. They'll try the air now with Steph. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Theo Riddick, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now Carr going to give to Olawale. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. So the run gets him the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They come up in an offset eye. On first down, Carr. Crabtree has him. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. As we get a glance at these starters, Michael Crabtree is the man we highlighted, wide receiver.
Phenomenal hands, so strong. When the ball gets to him, it just dives right there, and then he's able to do things.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. It's caught by Crabtree. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out.
We ready? Red 18. Red 18. Mike, check. Zebra. Here we go.
Here's Carr to throw. Got it complete to Crabtree. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Completed pass on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down as the defense looks for the stop. They'll turn to the power game at Olawale. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
We ready? Red 18. Red 18. Alert. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
And here we go on 1st and goal. They'll go with a big back. This is Olawale. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Now they'll run. Murray. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
But there's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any...
And he is it. James Olawale. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Aldon Smith, the outside linebacker, drops him for a loss of 6. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. 2nd and 10, Stafford again. Golden Tate's gonna go. Touchdown, Detroit. Golden Tate, 47 yards. And the Lions have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And now here come the Raiders. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now a 1st down following that long gain. So an entertaining first half, and now we have hit the 2-minute warning. On 1st down, Carr into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They go back to Riddick. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They go play action here on 1st down. He's got time in the pocket. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier. Was bidding for a 2nd. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. On the sneak, it's Stafford. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this, and he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Matthew Stafford, as the first half is winding down, and the Lions are able to grow their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll come out in the pistol. Now Carr completes it right side to Cooper. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And they're going to go soft on the corners. The final shot here before. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. Does the big boy have the juice? And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
Tried to hold on to the ball.
This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Well, I guess they felt like they needed something to get them going. Maybe you wait for this type of a play, but they try the onside kick, and it works.
I'm starting to wonder if the analytics coach is starting to get involved in the football nowadays. When you see this type of play made, this type of a risk taken, sometimes there's a different influences going into the head coach's ear.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Roberts with it over the middle. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Carr going to throw. Roberts has it. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Four yards remaining now on 2nd down. Again, it's Carr. Connects it to Roberts, right side. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now Carr. Roberts got it. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it second down. So they're operating in the red zone. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team.
And he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to get the football.